is annuity policy. So under this policy, assured sum of policy money is payable after the assured attains a certain age in monthly, quarterly, half yearly, annual installment. So this is to be given only if a person attains a certain age, and will be given monthly or quarterly or half yearly, and such installments the amount will be given. Next is children endowment policy. Children endowment policy is to meet the expenses of their education and marriage. This for the purpose of children, looking after the expenses of the children or their marriage. For this purpose, this type of policy is taken. Now we learned what is life insurance and types of life insurance. We will be secondly looking at the fire insurance. Fire insurance is a contract whereby the insurance in consideration of premium undertakes to make goods any loss or damage caused by fire during a specified period up to the amount specified in the policy. So fire insurance is a contract that is, if when a fire damages the goods, then they will give amount according to the proportion with the loss which has been occurred. In case of fire insurance also, the insured must have an insurable interest. Then similar to life insurance, it should be the contract of fire insurance, a contract at most good faith, should be honest. Then it should be in case of indemnity, as we said in the case of life insurance also. Then and they give compensation only when fire is the proximate. Fire insurance taken, then for theft they will not give us policy amount. They will only give when fire occurs. Next is marine insurance. Marine insurance contract is an agreement whereby insurer undertakes to indemnify the insured in the manner and to the extent they be agreed against marine losses. So in the sea, the goods are passed by sea route. So some damages, ship can sink, or otherwise fire can occur in the ship or something like that. It happens in the case of marine activities. Then that kind of loss can be covered by taking a marine insurance policy. So in case of marine insurance, there are three things involved, that is ship or cargo and freight. We can insure for these three. That came for a ship or hull insurance. Since ship is exposed to many dangers at the sea, insurance policy is for indemnifying the loss occurring to the ship. If the ship gets damaged, then the loss can be claimed for those damage occurring to the ship. The second one is cargo insurance, that is the ship is traveling with a lot of goods, cargo is being transported, so to the loss of these cargo can be compensated by taking a cargo insurance. And can also, third one is the freight insurance, that is if the cargo does not reach the destination due to damage or loss in transit, then these freight insurance can be taken. And cargo insurance can be while storing it, and in the port also you can have theft or damage or fires, like that activities can happen, and that can be covered by taking a cargo insurance. And fire is in the time of transit. Freight insurance is in the time of transit, that during its way, if it is not reaching the destination due to damage or loss in transit, then the shipping company is not paid freight charges. So for this you can take a freight insurance. This is communication services. Communication services are helpful for the business, establishing link with the outside world, that it can be suppliers, customers, competitors. We have to have a relation with all these. So there is a communication must be good. Communication system must be maintained with the suppliers, customers, competitors, because when for a business to grow, we will have to maintain a relationship between all these persons. So it has to communicate with others for transmission of ideas, information. So communications services must be looked after. Then comes postal services. The Indian Post and Telegraphic Department provide various postal services across India. So through the region divisional level arrangement, various facilities provided by postal departments are classified into that is the postal service. It can be financial facilities, like post office savings schemes like Public Provident Fund, Kisan Vikas Patra, National Savings Certificate. So all these services are provided financial facility. Next is mail facility. That mail service consists of parcel facilities, transmission of article from one place to another. We get parcel facility, right? Next is telecom services. World-class telecommunication infrastructure is a key to rapid economic and social development of the country. So there have been far-reaching developments in the convergence of telecom. IT field is been developing. In consumer electronics, media, all these are developing. This is to develop the growth of the economy. So such services are available. So such telecom services can be cellular mobile services, VSAT services, DTH services, cable services. All this comes under telecom services. Next is transportation. Transportation comprise 5 services together with supporting auxiliary services like air, rail, road, air and sea. All these are means by which we can transfer goods from one place to another. So transportation is an important and main services provided for a business organization, because to make the goods available in the hands of the customers, definitely a good transportation service is mandatory. Next comes warehousing. Warehousing is nothing but it means storage. That is, once a good is produced, you have to move it from the factory and you have to keep it in some place. So that storage is known as warehousing. Storage has always been an important aspect of economic development. So warehouse was initially viewed as a static unit for keeping and storing goods in a scientific and systematic manner so as to maintain the original quality, value, usefulness. So to protect them from damage, to maintain their quality, then to store goods, mainly for those 3 purposes, the storage facility or warehousing facility has been introduced. So these items were moved manually to storage within warehouses, and then they can be moved from the warehouses to the place of destination. A type of warehouses can be private warehouses. That is private, it is privately owned by companies or owned by individuals. The benefit of private warehousing includes control, flexibility and other benefits like improved dealer relations. This is the benefits of private warehousing. Next is public warehousing. Public warehouse, the word public means it is by the government. Government has a control. So public warehouses can be used for store of goods or traders, manufacturers or any members of the public after the payment of storage fee or charge. So we have to pay some storage fee or charges. So public warehouses can be used for storage of goods by traders, by manufacturers. Members of public can only use these warehouses for storing goods. Next is bonded warehouses. Bonded warehouses are licensed by government to accept import goods prior to payment of tax and custom duty. After the payment of tax and custom duties in these bonded warehouses, the government can keep the goods. So this is also a government warehouse. This is licensed by the government. So it is mainly done for the goods which are imported, to store the imported goods. Next is government warehouses, that is fully owned and managed by the government only. For example, Food Corporation of India, State Trading Corporation, Central Warehousing Corporation. These are examples of government warehouses. Cooperative warehouses, these are by some members of the society, like some marketing cooperatives. Agriculture cooperative society can take a cooperative warehouse for storing their agriculture products. So for the members of those cooperative society, they will have access to the cooperative warehouses. Coming to the last topic, we will be having the functions of warehousing. What are the functions of warehousing? First one is consolidation. What does consolidation means? In this function, the warehouses receives and consolidate goods from different production plants and dispatches the same to a particular customer. Like you can see here in this graph, it is shown that See, in this graph you can see that's a plant A's, plant B's and plant C's products together come to this consolidation warehouse, and from these consolidation warehouse it is passed to individual customers like A, B, C. This is known as consolidation, that together from 3 plants the goods come and be stored in this consolidation warehouse, and from this consolidation warehouse it will be passed to individual customers. Now the second one is break the bulb. What is break the bulb? Break the bulb is the opposite of the consolidation, that is plant A will have a warehouse and it will be given to each customers. Here all the goods from 3 plants will be coming together. Here it is coming a single. That plant A will be having only one warehouse, and from that warehouse customer A, B, C will be receiving their goods, because the smaller quantities then transported to requirements of clients to the place of business. This third one is stockpiling. Stockpiling, next function of warehousing is the seasonal storage of goods to select business. Goods of raw materials which are not required immediately for sale or manufacturing are stored in warehouse. Maybe at the time of seasons or in rainy season only we will be having the sales of umbrella more. So what will happen? In only not at that time the umbrella is produced. Umbrella is produced before the rainy season. It is stored in some place, and when the season comes, they are selling it. So that is not a stockpiling. That is it is a seasonal storage of goods. The fourth one is value-added services. That is certain value-added services are also provided by the warehouses, such as transit mixing, packaging, labeling. These are also part of distributing. They have to be opened and repackaged, labeled again. Inspection has to be taken place. So these are some services which is taking place in a warehouse. They are checking, they check whether the goods are correctly packed or labeled. If some mistakes are there, they can change it. This one next is price stabilization. By adjusting the supply of goods with the demand situation, warehousing performs the function of stabilizing prices. Prices are controlled when supply is increased and demand is slack. That is, the price of a product can be determined according to the demand and supply condition. So by adjusting the supply of goods with the demand, the warehousing performs the function of stabilizing prices. Now the last one is financing. Financing is nothing but warehouse owners advance money to the owners on security of goods and further supply goods on credit terms to customers. So what they do is they provide the customers with the goods in the form of giving credit. They give credit facility also to customers, and they also give some money to the owners of security for storing the goods safely in the warehouse. They give owners to these they give money to the owners of the warehouse, advance money for the security of the goods, and they also supply goods in terms of credit to customers. So this is all about this chapter. So we looked at the nature of services, the types of services, then what is e-banking, then the functions of insurance, then the principles of insurance, then types of insurance, then we looked at the marine insurance, fire insurance, transportation, warehousing, functions of warehousing. So all these have been covered in this chapter. Fire insurance, transportation,